Hello, I am the nerdy chaplain, and this is Chaplain Explains the Deuteronomical Test. Okay, so this is something that I'm going to refer to a lot probably. The Deuteronomical Test is based on Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22, which says, "If a prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, but the thing does not take place or prove true, it is a word that the Lord has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Do not be frightened by it." Now, the narrow and direct use of this passage is to test the veracity of prophets. If they prophesize and then those things do not come to pass, therefore that person is a false prophet. It is by their fruits, that is, the results of their teaching, that we shall know them. Threw a little bit of Jesus in there. For example, there is a prophet on TV named Kenneth Copeland. He preaches the heresy known as Word of Faith or Prosperity Gospel. He was recently in the news because he declared COVID-19 dead as of March 29th. Well, as I prepare this, it is now May 12th. And at the time of preparing this, the worldwide numbers are 4.3 million cases and nearly 300,000 deaths. Right now, there are 2.4 million active cases and over 46,000 are considered serious. Here at home, 1.4 million total cases, over 16,000 serious cases, and over 83,000 deaths. 1,063 new deaths today. By his fruits, we know Kenneth Copeland to be a false prophet. And honestly, really, the same can be said of any of those pushing that heresy. My advisor in college, My advisor in college, when lecturing on 19th century American Pentecostalism, used the term to refer to an application of this test. He called it the cardinal rule of apocalyptic prophecy. You see, there was a bunch of groups of apocalypse-oriented beliefs, but their prophets would commit the cardinal sin. They set the date of the apocalypse. That date would come. We're all still here. Then the group would dissolve. But there is one group that did survive that cardinal sin, and if memory serves, it's one of the Adventist denominations. Also, we can apply this passage and its wisdom to other spheres of life, and it has been. It is essentially, if it can be verified as true, then it is true. It has been applied to canonicity as one of the criteria for a book's inclusion in the canon. Now, I love this sort of thing, and it deserves its own series of videos. Anyway, one of the criteria for inclusion in the canon is, does this book fit in with what we know to be true? Example, the apocryphal book of Thomas. This is the one that was talked about in the Da Vinci Code. Now, there are many problems with that book, and then you can just go on and on and on about it. All right, but really quickly, the theology is just Jesus inserted into an already existing Gnostic text from the East. And even back in ancient times, they could tell that this was a plagiarized text. And also, it was considered too misogynistic. Now, think on that. A bunch of Mediterranean men in ancient times said that something was too misogynistic. It had to be really bad. All right, but one of the other problems with the Gospel of Thomas is that it claimed that Jesus kept secrets, even from most of his disciples, and that only a select few were told everything. Right? And that does not fit in with the canonical Gospels. That show Jesus was open and he kept no secrets, and he made his teachings available to everyone. You didn't need to be in the know and find the secrets, right? The book of Thomas did not fit with what was known to be true. Now, for me, this test criteria is also why there shouldn't be a conflict between religion and science. To me, physics is theology by another name. Right? This criteria even resembles the scientific method. Hypothesis, tests, results that prove or disprove. You got prophecy, verification, with results proving or disproving. And hearing people trying to stoke this conflict just irritates me. Now, if it can be proved, then it is true. Truth is truth, and there's no such thing as alternative facts. Thank you for watching this Chaplain Explains video, and I hope you enjoyed it.